For he learned from earth and starry heaven that he was destined to be overcome by his own son, strong though he was, through the contriving of great Zeus.
Crows knew from birth, and skies crept o'er. His fate was sealed by his son's own war. Though strength he had, and gods did fear, the cunning Zeus drew ever near.
Welcome to the third and final installment of our journey through Hesiod's Theogony. Today, we continue the tale of power, prophecy, and the inevitable rise of Zeus, the king of gods. As we've already seen, fate plays an undeniable role in the cosmic order of ancient Greece, and no one, not even the mighty Kronos, could escape its grasp. In fact, it was fate itself, embodied in a prophecy, that sealed his downfall. Kronos, the lord of the Titans, ruled with absolute power after overthrowing his own father, Uranus. But power is not meant to last forever. The cycles of life, much like the cycles of divine rule, are driven by an inexorable force, the passage of time and the certainty of fate. The prophecy foretold that one of Kronos' own offspring would rise up and overthrow him, just as he had done to his father. Kronos, consumed by fear, sought to prevent this fate by devouring each of his children at birth. But why such a prophecy? Was it merely a curse, or was it a reflection of the eternal cycle of power? Modern analysis suggests that this prophecy wasn't simply a punishment, but a symbolic representation of the inevitable overthrow of the old by the new, a cycle repeated throughout mythology and history. Kronos' struggle is a metaphor for the fear of change, the fear of losing control, and the impossibility of defying the natural order. In the ancient Greek worldview, fate, Moira, was an unchangeable force. Even the gods themselves were powerless before it. By devouring his children, Kronos exhibited hubris, an act of defiance against fate itself. But hubris inevitably leads to nemesis, divine retribution, and in this case, it came through his youngest son, Zeus. His hubris and attempts to cling to power set the stage for his ultimate downfall. However, fate would not be denied. Rhea, Kronos' wife, in a desperate bid to save their youngest child, deceived Kronos by giving him a stone swaddled in cloth instead of the infant Zeus. The future king of the gods was hidden away on the island of Crete, raised in secret, far from his father's wrath. Zeus, growing in strength, was destined to fulfill the prophecy. When the time was right, he returned and forced Kronos to vomit up his siblings, leading to the release of Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, and Poseidon, setting the stage for one of the most significant events in Greek mythology, the Titanomachy. The Titanomachy was no ordinary war. It was a battle for the very fabric of the cosmos, a clash between the primal forces of the universe. On one side stood the Olympians, led by Zeus, representing light, order, and justice. On the other were the Titans, ancient, chthonic deities tied to the earth and the underworld, representing chaos and the untamed forces of nature. The war raged for 10 long years, shaking the foundations of the heavens and the earth. But Zeus and his siblings were not alone in this conflict. Key to their victory were their powerful allies, the Cyclopes, master craftsmen, who forged Zeus' mighty thunderbolts, symbols of divine justice and light. The Cenomanes, with their 100 hands and immense strength, also stood beside the Olympians, embodying the raw, disciplined power necessary to bring down the primordial Titans. This clash of gods can be seen not just as a struggle for dominance, but as an allegory for the triumph of order over chaos. The Titans, ancient and primal, ruled over a more chaotic and darker world. Zeus, by contrast, ushered in an era of justice, light, and balance. His thunderbolts, crafted with precision by the Cyclopes, were not only weapons of war, but symbols of his role as the upholder of cosmic order. In this way, Zeus is not just a god of strength, but of divine justice, bringing light and balance to a world that had once been consumed by the darkness of the chthonic forces. Interestingly, This grand conflict between gods and titanic forces is not unique to Greek mythology. Across various cultures, we find strikingly similar narratives. Battles between older, primordial deities and a newer generation of gods who bring order and light to the world. One such example comes from Norse mythology, with the famous tale of Ragnarok, the apocalyptic war between the gods and the chaotic giants, which leads to the destruction and eventual rebirth of the world. In both Greek and Norse traditions, these cataclysmic wars serve as a reminder of the inevitable cycle of creation, destruction, and renewal. Modern scholars suggest that these myths reflect humanity's understanding of the cycles of life, death, and rebirth, mirroring the seasons, political upheavals, and even personal struggles for power. In the end, it is not the mightiest who prevail, but those who can restore balance and order, as seen in the eventual victory of Zeus and his Olympian allies. Such themes appear in many mythologies worldwide. In Hindu mythology, we see the Devas, gods, battling the Asuras, demons, representing the struggle between order and chaos. In Egyptian myth, the god Horus fights the chaotic deities set for control of the kingdom, another representation of the eternal conflict between light and darkness, justice and disorder. After 10 years of brutal war, Zeus and the Olympians finally defeated the Titans, the primal forces of chaos, represented by Kronos and his siblings, were cast into the deepest recesses of Tartarus, an underworld prison so far removed from the world that light could not reach it. The victory was not just a personal triumph for Zeus, but a cosmic event, one that symbolized the triumph of justice and divine law over the unchecked power of the ancient world. With the Titans imprisoned, Zeus ascended to his rightful place as the ruler of the heavens. He did not rule alone, however. His brothers, Poseidon and Hades, shared in his victory, with Poseidon ruling the seas and Hades governing the underworld. This division of realms marked the final establishment of a new order, a balance between the elements of earth, sea, sky, and the underworld. In this moment of triumph, Zeus embodies not only strength but the fulfillment of justice. The cycle of power, hubris, and nemesis is complete, and the cosmos finds its balance once more. As we reach the end of Hesiod's Theogony, we see the culmination of prophecy, the fulfillment of fate, and the establishment of divine justice. Zeus, once hidden as a mere infant, now sits on the throne of Olympus, the supreme ruler of gods and men. His reign is not one of tyranny, but of order, justice, and light, a beacon shining across the cosmos. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the rise of Zeus and the epic clash of gods and titans, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more mythological journeys. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let us know which myth or legend you'd like to explore next. The ancient world is vast, and we're just getting started.